Ah! Of all the evil and foul scows I ever had to fight, the Ichor may be the worst. Not because of its fighting prowess, even if it remains a powerful and dangerous opponent. Not because of its superior wit or cunning plans. And Ichor is quite blunt and straightforward in his actions and objectives, spreads diseases, contagions, and epidemics whenever and wherever it can, and Ichor is the incarnation of viruses and infections. Wherever it goes, sicknesses appear and quickly spread. It is like it only walks Earth to generate plagues and epidemics. As if its skin itself diffuses sickness, Ichors are clever, sneaky, malevolent, and ferocious, capable of enduring many wounds. To spoil a water tank, a granary, or a banquet, this is the kind of things an Ichor would enjoy to do in order to please its putrid and perverse nature. They are so rare that we do not know anything about them. The Lazy Brotherhood believes that they should not be considered vampires or scows, but there's something else. All I know is this: an Ichor must be destroyed by all means necessary as soon as it is spotted. From Know Your Enemies by Carl Eldritch, Priwen leader.
It's locked. take it! Easy does it, boys. We have to stop it! Deal with this vermin.
I cannot enter.
I need to find the back of the theater.
It's locked, all right.
The wet boots will be proud of me.
Good evening, my dear.
How is the sanitary situation evolving?
When people buy guns instead of medication, it means they have already traded hope for fear in their hearts. In my book, that's never a good thing, Doctor.
Huh?
You look ill, Miss Swanborough. I wonder if your concoction will do the trick.
I have no doubt it will.
Yeah, you
But I'm
get
not
people
against a
who
second
do that
opinion,
shit there.
Dr. Reed?
Well, there you have it.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
See. I'm supposed to go behind the theater, but I don't know where to go.
I can't
See-
believe I'm doing this.
And honestly, in all the, it says get behind the theater. Because I looked it up, but it doesn't tell me how to get behind the theater, just go behind the theater. That makes it irritating alone. Yeah, it gives me blood. Now I have to find my way back to the theater. Going the wrong way. I wish there was like some kind of fast travel. Wait a second.
There's an open window on the second
Found it.
floor. I should be able to get in through that.
It's locked.
Hang on, guys. Hey.
Let's have a deep conversation with him. Oh, she needs to hydrate. We're going to take a brisk shower.
Does showering actually help?
Yes.
I know bathing does.
After he has sex with her, she tries to have a deep conversation. He says, I have to get to this thing, so I will see you another time.
Typical male. Typical male right there.
Big
I
buddy.
moved down from my big old fucking castle in the middle of the fucking pond. I then lived in a dojo with Mr. fucking Fire Ganassi, Mr. Gonna, shit on my flames everywhere. And,
Is
and
what?
had this big massive dojo.
No.
And Morgan used to get really mad at him every single day, because every day he would open his mouth, say some smart ass comment, and then get tasked with collecting gems.
You mentioned Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan.
So just anyone that you know that you
What? So, wait, what was that?
Okay. Sorry, I'm back. Suicide note. Hey, I get to read a suicide note, guys. I can't stand the pain anymore. It's like my entire body is breaking apart since that bitch infected me. For days now, she keeps hiding in her room, giving orders through little written notes and only rehearsing at night. I witnessed one of her so-called rehearsals. She walks on stage angry and hateful, spitting and whining about her fading beauty. The bitch is infected, rotten to the core, and she plans to infect everyone in this place. And then everyone in London. Her next play is not before December, and at this time, all the theater's employees will be her obedient minions, forced to serve her evil machinations. I'm sure she's found a way to corrupt our food, or the water, since we all started to get ill and change after the meal she arranged for us last Monday. I want whoever finds this note to know that I only killed myself to escape the living hell that this place has become. May God have mercy on me and my immortal soul, since I refused to be an accomplice to this devilry.
Woe to you, nations of hypocrites. For in front of you stands the tall queen. You can but lower your head, fit only to smirk at her soiled feet. Will they adore me again when they share my fate? For I have been raised.
Can that be Doris Fletcher's voice? Where does it come from?
Woe to you, nations of hypocrites. For in front of you stands the tall queen. You can but lower your head, fit only to smirk at her soiled feet.
London, 17th August 1918. I saw her in the flesh, the witch from my childhood nightmares. The bitch that tortured me for years. I saw her and I shivered. Her voice, her face. I knew she was in that hospital. I knew she was sick. I wanted to witness her suffering. I may have reinvented myself, become a famous actress, erased those wicked years from my memory. I can't forget I'm her daughter. When I saw her frail body in that bed, suffering, sick, defeated, I had to hide my tears, for she was looking at me. She recognized me. She saw the hate in my eyes, and she smiled, my pale corpse of a mother. And the worst thing was, I felt no satisfaction seeing her in such pain. The worst was not to suddenly remember the beatings and the abuses. No, the worst was to recognize the hate I felt in my heart when she looked at me, for it was the same hate I saw in hers. For in the end, I can't escape being her daughter. We are the same, my mother and I. Ow.
I cannot enter.
Alas, poor Doris. I knew her well. And many can testify to her kindness and beauty. For now she hides in shadow, ugly as sin.
Oh. Alright, bring it here. I don't want to
Hi,
leave.
Ghost. The pretty boy.
He likes the window.
I feel like it's kind of old.
Helps if I smell the cheese, not the wrapper.
I say yeah. It was kind of way back in the fridge too. I got food back in the fridge. I say don't risk it.
I mean, it doesn't smell bad to me, but at the same time, if people don't trust it, then
I don't.
throw it out.
Alright.
That's how I look at it. Like, it doesn't smell bad to me, but that... Pull a finger to cut the cheese. Hey, Ari.
It's locked.
How are you doing, Ari? I've died a few times. Right now, I'm trying to figure out how to get down there.
Burn and die, she will rise and be queen again.
I can't. Oh, excuse me.
when they share my fate. Whoa!
Okay, hang on.
Nations of hypocrites. For in front of you stands the tall queen. Alas, poor Doris. I knew her well. And many can testify to her kindness and beauty, for now she hides in shadow.
Hmm.
Ugly as sin, but when you burn and die, she will rise and be queen again. Will they adore me again?
Let me see.
You're hungry all the time, right? We have this thing called the open feed cat feeder. Here you go. Food. Eat.
He just wants what everyone else is eating. Drop down. So how you doing, Ari? Oh, I gotcha. What up?
I cannot enter.
Who are you? You who dared enter my realm. Are you here to worship or mock me?
I'm here to put an end to the vampire epidemic, Miss Fletcher.
Ah. But Doris Fletcher is no more. She was consumed by this putrid flesh that now enshrouds her.
You feel anger for what happened to you, but I can help you. I'm a doctor, Miss Fletcher.
Doris Fletcher is no more. All that remains are the dreams of the queen she was, and the queen she'll be. Until then, all shall die, for that was her final wish.
Very well then.
Come to me! Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of she was once renowned. Will she be the queen again once they all share her fate? Summoning
Jesus.
my blade shall pierce your villainous heart.
Suffering is part of the immortal condition. The pain will never stop. Yeah, I found a way there. And survive it after. Alright.
You killed my father. Prepare to touche. I smell your fear. Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of sheep. She was once renowned. Will she be the queen again once they all share her fate? Fear and obey, for your queen commands you. Attack!
Come on. I'm out of serums.
Blood will be mine.
Jesus. I probably would have had her if I didn't run out of stamina so many times, or my stamina serums. She's level 30. Yeah. Yep. I almost had her. I could level up my character, but I have to go rest. I don't want to leave here just to go rest, because I have to rest at one of my hideouts, and so closest hideout is over there. Unknown event happened. I don't know what that is. See, I would have to leave the hospital. Okay. That's something else. When you die, you don't get your serums back. So that means that basically I would have to go to the hospital to make more. So I may be forced to leave here to go rest. I can rest at the hospital, but I don't want to have to do that because it was hell getting back here. We'll try it one more time. If I have to, I'll leave.
Your hand is shaking.
I can just stun her. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I need to go. I need to go, but it should be easier coming back this time. Cause I actually opened up, I unlocked. Yeah, not just that, I need to level up. So we are going to go. If I can at least get to my hideout, I'll be okay. Rat.
This thirst for blood.
But because I unlocked the front doors, I should be able to just come in through the front this time, so it'd be much easier to get to her. So we're gonna go level up, rest, and replenish my stock. That is one thing I don't like about this game. When you die, if you use like any serums and stuff, you don't get that back. Alright. Mm-hmm.
Hi, people.
Oh my god! The fuck? Go away, leave me alone, I don't want to fight. Just go away. If I run enough, they'll eventually turn around and go back. It doesn't. It'll take me to my last checkpoint. Basically, or rather my last autosave.
Dad.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher.
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then if you're so interested in my case.
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during a shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc. You're...
Go on, please.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. Oh, the terror. The shameful thoughts.
I do agree, though, that it should take you to, like, your closest hideout or rest area.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy... Newton.
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, but when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
Yeah, I thought about what I could do to survive. Just for a few more days. I thought about killing Newton. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me, but...
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
Are you concerned about the conditions here in London?
Not really. Sick people, men in arms, fighting every night. I already faced all this during the war.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most...
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm grateful for what you've...
I don't have the medication he needs.
Goodbye,
I
Mr.
don't even have the recipe to
Try to
make
take
that
care of
one.
yourself.
You should be grateful for his luck instead of taking out his frustrations on him.
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. You doing your rounds as usual?
Oswald were buried alive during the war. Tell me about it.
Yeah. It was last summer. A shell hit our trench and we were buried for a week.
Oswald seemed far more traumatized than you by the event.
It wasn't the first time it happened to me. Surviving it again gave me strength. You believe that?
How did you survive for a week?
Luckily for us, there were rations and water in the tunnel. It was an outpost, see? Since then, Oswald's not keen on being inside for too long.
How do you feel about Oswald, Thatcher? You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him. I love Oswald. We knew we wouldn't survive the war without each other. But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
What if people find out? Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's more, well, you know, I never thought I'd love a man.
Maybe a time will come when you'll not have to hide who you are. But for now, I can only advise caution.
I know, Dr. Reed. Oswald wouldn't survive behind bars. And wouldn't live long if we were separated.
Are you concerned about the living conditions in the city?
Of course I am. I'll be stuck here for as long as Oswald refuses to go to hospital. And, unfortunately, it seems the violence is rising.
What kind of violence?
I believe people have armed themselves and started to attack those that show signs of contagion.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Afraid so. In the war.
Throughout history, some disease...
You're working at the Pembroke Hospital, aren't you?
Goodbye, Mr. Blight.
Okay.
Good evening.
Evening.
Newton is conflicted about his feelings towards you. Would you like to talk about it, Oswald?
It makes me sad and angry. It feels like the beautiful thing we have is somehow tainted. It hurts to see him so lost.
His love for you is genuine. I'm certain he wasn't lying to me when he expressed his feelings for you.
Newton still has to accept it, knowing he'll be seen as a queer, a fairy, less than a man in those simple-minded bigots' eyes. Though he's more of a man than they'll ever be, so fuck them all.
I love his attitude.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself. Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
By this horrifying epidemic.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, Milton. Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Alright, I'll catch you later. Thank you for hanging out, Aerie. Alright, we're gonna... What?
No,
I don't know. Alright, so we are going to equip this. Keep that. Alright. Actually, you know what? Okay, I reset my skills because I just realized I can give myself more health, a lot more health. Okay. All right. There we go.
It's locked.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellie. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
You can speak to me. I don't want to speak about it. There's nothing to say.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to...
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Doc.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, Miss Halcroft.
I need blood, Doc.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark. To...
Okay.
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight.
No new dialogue, and he's healthy.
It's locked, all right.
Stupid! No civilian.
This is despicable.
Oh, I got a new hideout. And now we rest before we go try to kill what's her face again. There we go.
for blood.
Better go home, sir. Look at it! Die, vermin!
I will be right back. James is calling me. Hello?
Did you? And you were dead. I can't bring you back. You got this. Everybody?
I'm right in the middle of two of them. An invisible animal was just mauling us.
Yeah. Whoa, hold up, it's happening again where I'm at.
Get to the fast travel.
I can't.
Just keep moving.
It happened on my way there, James.
I know, and it's hitting me too now, even though I've jumped a strawberry.
Maybe he did something with my brother. My brother is missing now.
Probably.
Did you hear that familiar voice the other day?
I heard a voice. I didn't hear what it said.
It sounded
I was
like...
very confused.
It sounded like Leo. He might have gotten... Did he do something to my brother?
Guessing
yes. Alright. The reception's gonna be at Legacy if y'all,
Just follow the limo.
yeah. Well, the bridal party. Whoever can fit inside of the limo can join us.
Aw.
If anyone needs to, I have my car here.
I'm back.
I cannot enter. It's locked. This is despicable. I cannot enter.
Alright. Let's see if I have better luck this time.
My blade shall pierce your villainous heart. Your hand is Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of She-Hulk, once renowned. Will she be the queen again once they all share her fate? I summon thee, my children of...
Wow! I did it! Yay!
What?
I don't want to die.
And I did not come to kill you, Miss Fletcher.
Will you spare me then? Save this cadaverous carcass of mine. Does your heart beat a little faster now? You fancy me then, Doctor?
No, Miss Fletcher. My dead heart will beat for only one.
Ah! Is she pretty? Is she sweet and tender?
To me, yes.
Ah! I hate her already.
I know.
And this is partly why you must be destroyed.
What you just said.
That I did not come here to kill you, yes. But I realize now the threat you embody must be stopped.
Will I be remembered? Will you?
You were Doris Fletcher. The greatest actress of her generation. No one can take that from you.
Thank you. And farewell.
Farewell, Doris.
Bravo! So dramatic. I love it.
McCullum.
How strange I seem to find you whenever I'm inquiring about that Skal infestation.
I mean you no harm.
I'm not here for you. But once I put all the pieces of the puzzle together,
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll have a little chat, you and me.
Stay away from me, McCullum. You and all your war dogs.
That I can't guarantee, Dr. Reed. But I'll let you go. For now.
I should probably leave the theater right now.
Don't forget to check every door.
The West End should be safe now. But London is not. It would be wise to benefit from the Ascalon's protection while I continue my research during the Great. These people want me dead. I need to leave now. So Doris just needed to be close to her audience to infect them. Contagion through skin. It's locked.
This one's mine!
Okay. We need to go and, back to Ascalon Club.
We have a killer! Go on! Back to the shadows!
enter.
Over there! There's one of those vermin! I'll kill you! Die, beast! Shut! See? No! I'll kill it! Kill it, all you!
There.
Let's pin it down!
Only.
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening.
Goodbye, Charlotte.
She's been quite.
Always a pleasure to see you, sir.
Elizabeth, what are you doing here?
I've been formally asked to witness your triumph, my dear. After all,
Isn't it the natural role of a woman to support her man in victory?
But it's you who insisted I join the Ascalon.
Please forgive my giddiness. I'm just overcome by the thrill of finally being allowed within these hallowed halls.
You certainly have an inquisitive mind. It's quite something. Elizabeth Ashbury, only you can make me smile in these difficult times.
And the same to you, Jonathan Reed. Now go have your little chat with the chairman. I can see he's practically bursting to hear your report. We'll talk later, Jonathan.
I have a boat ready to go whenever I want. These hunters won't catch me.
Oh. What absorb?
We repel the intruders for now. But how long before they return? I personally went patrolling last night in the West End, and I spotted at least 2 foreign echoes. This
Welcome back to the Ascalon Club, Lancebearer. Please, tell us the good news. Have you put an end to the...
My hypothesis was correct. Doris Fletcher was the source of the contagion in this part of town. She was probably the first to be infected.
And you cleansed her before the hunters, I've been told. Well done, Dr. Reed. You thrust your lance and pierced the very heart of the corruption.
I did my best.
The important thing is, we won a major battle for the survival of London. For that, we salute you.
Thank you, my lord.
Now,
I'm listening.
it's time for you to perform a most sacred duty for the club. I want you to recruit a new vampire.
Recruit a new vampire?
Oh no.
Are you sending me on some sort of diplomatic mission?
Not exactly. I want you to make Aloysius Dawson the Ekon he deserves to be.
As you wish, my lord.
Good. Now go.
How would you like me to proceed?
Aloysius is waiting for you at the Dawson estate. Once the deed is done, I'll join you there to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Before I go...
All right.
You invited Lady Ashbury. Wouldn't that be breaking one of your cardinal rules? No women allowed.
Not allowed as members, no. But considering the circumstances, I thought you'd like to have her here to witness your triumph.
So it's a temporary admittance, then?
Something of a bargain, considering the crisis we're currently facing.
How would you like me to proceed?
Don't worry. Aloysius has had many years to prepare himself. He has studied our kind for decades.
Is there any danger?
Our blood alters a mortal body so deeply that some don't survive the metamorphosis. They die for good. But Mr. Dawson has been preparing himself for a long time.
So shall I just let him drink my blood?
Yes. Aloysius will gratefully sup on your blood. His heart will slow, then stop. But he will rise again as one of us, an immortal.
Why Aloysius Dawson?
Because he is about to die. And he just may be the most influential man in England. After me, of course.
Does he know I'm coming?
He can't wait to become your progeny, Dr. Reed. Especially now that you have shown how strong your lineage is through your sister.
Did he choose me?
No, I did. My decision is very recent, to say the least, but it is entirely mine.
Goodbye, Lord Redgrave.
Perhaps we should change some of the club's rules if we survive all of this.
Good evening, Dr.
We need to
Reed.
soften some
Have a
of our
drink and
rules
enjoy this night, for it could be
concerning
our last.
redheads.
Are you all right, Jonathan?
Lord Redgrave has just ordered me to turn Aloysius Dawson, to make him my progeny.
I see. And how do you feel about this?
I'd like your advice on the matter.
The real question here is, why has his lordship given you this task?
Do you think it's some sort of trap?
Do you really want to know what I think about this?
I do, yes.
To make an immortal of a soulless blackguard like Aloysius... Dawson will only lead to a disaster for London. The man is already dead inside.
Should I refuse? Perhaps politely suggest that Lord Redgrave turn the man into a vampire himself.
Don't you dare, my dear. According to what I've recently discovered, his lordship could kill you for even broaching the subject.
Really? Why?
I've recently found proof that the Earl of Bristol is of lesser lineage and only capable of creating skulls.
Please tell me more about your recent investigation. What would happen if I made Dawson an Ekon like myself?
You would add a powerful immortal into a suffering world. An immortal who already craves authority.
Maybe I could teach him control, like you taught me. Lead him down the right path.
Mr. Dawson spent his life searching for a way to cheat death. I'm sure he has spent decades dreaming of how he'd spend eternity as a tyrant.
Are you sure your information about Redgrave is correct? He says he's the progeny of the great knight William Marshall, who lived some 9 centuries ago.
That's a lie. Lord Redgrave is unable to create anything but skulls, if the poor souls survive at all.
Why so vindictive? You suddenly sound like you're angry.
Forgive me, Jonathan. I hate myself for it, but I feel such pride in my discovery. I'm afraid I just can't help it.
Which is?
He did serve William Marshall. And yes, the blood he covets as a token does truly belong to that legendary knight. But he was never his progeny. His lineage is not so noble.
How can you be sure the information was correct?
I made the acquaintance of a most interesting informer while investigating your maker, from whom I learned the truth about...
What would you have me do about Dawson?
The man is dangerous. Did you know he plans to build a wall to separate the healthy rich from the sickly poor? Do not make him your progeny.
What would you do?
The man's dying already. Let the Reaper harvest the rotten fruit that is his soul.
Goodbye for now, Elizabeth.
Goodbye, my dear. Please, be careful.
Please, tell me...
As long as you...
Goodbye for now, Elizabeth.
Goodbye, my dear. Please, be careful.
Dad fell asleep.
Yeah, it closes at 6 today. What?
It looks like vampires have to obey Mendel's laws when producing progeny.
How's what?
How into your game are you right
Powers pass from one generation to another. Good evening, Miss Anne.
And good evening.
What do you know about Aloysius Dawson?
That man is a tyrant. The embodiment of greed and selfishness. All I despise about this country.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these
Wait, I have my own mansion? Oh no.
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan, I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were...
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist with the funeral.
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
Alright. Okay, I think I'm going to end my stream. We're gonna go ahead and raid Dapper Paper Bag. She is playing GTA RP right now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, thank you. I probably won't stream again until, like...
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother
Monday?
was strong, sir. But your support would have been
No, wait.
appreciated.
I'll probably
Apart from
stream
the
sometime on
priest
Monday after my meeting with,
one else attended your
Elisa's new IEP teacher.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile.
The police? What happened?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's resting now.
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France. I think leaving London could do her good.
I'm afraid Miss Reed is too frail for the moment.